Imagine a place on Earth where the soil cracks into perfect hexagonal formations under a scorching sun, where the water is so acidic it dissolves rocks, or where trees look like they were drawn by a child in a fever dream. Places that defy the logic of our familiar landscape. For centuries, explorers and scientists have searched for traces of life or alien terrains on other planets. But what if the answer, or at least the appearance, was right here, hidden in remote corners of our own home? Today, we are going to embark on a visual and mental journey through some of the most bizarre and impressive locations on our planet. Places so strange, so unreal, that you'll wonder if you're still on Earth. Get ready to see landscapes that seem to have come straight out of science fiction movies or abstract paintings, but which are 100% real and accessible. We start in Bolivia, on a white expanse that stretches to the horizon. It's not snow, nor a common sand desert. It's the Salar de Uyuni, the largest salt flat in the world. During the rainy season, a thin layer of water covers the surface, transforming this immense plain into a gigantic mirror that reflects the sky so perfectly it nullifies the horizon line. Walking or driving on the Salar during this phenomenon gives the literal sensation of floating among the clouds, with the inverted landscape extending infinitely below you. It's an optical illusion so powerful that it disorients the senses and makes any photograph look manipulated. This cosmic mirror spans over 10,000 square kilometers and is the remnant of a prehistoric lake. Beneath its salt crust, which can be several meters thick, lies one of the largest lithium reserves on the planet, a metal essential for modern technology. Its geological formation is complex, involving the evaporation of ancient salt lakes and the deposition of minerals over millennia. The vastness of Salar de Uyuni, its relentless flatness, and the mirror effect create a landscape that resembles nothing we associate with normal terrestrial life. It looks like the surface of a distant planet, perhaps a moon covered in ice and salt, waiting to be explored by space probes. The absence of plant life over most of its area and the empty immensity further contribute to this otherworldly sensation. Our next stop takes us to the isolated island of Socotra, in Yemen, in the northwestern Indian Ocean. This island seems to have been transplanted from a completely different alien planet. Its flora is incredibly unique. About a third of its 800 plant species are not found anywhere else on Earth. The most iconic species is the dragon's blood tree, Dracaena cinnabari, with its inverted umbrella shape and red sap that was once used as dye, medicine, and even varnish. It looks like a tree from another ecosystem, perhaps a setting from an epic fantasy film, but it is real and evolved in this extreme isolation. Other bizarre plants include the Socotra desert rose, Adenium obesum socotranum, with its swollen trunk and vibrant flowers, and the cucumber tree, Dendrocytio socotrana, the only tree in the cucumber family. This endemic biodiversity is a result of the island's geographic isolation, which allowed life to evolve for millions of years without significant external interference. Socotra's landscape, with its rugged mountains, arid plateaus, and mysterious caves, combined with its plants of unexpected shapes and colors, creates an environment that is both beautiful and profoundly strange. It feels like we are visiting a giant natural laboratory where evolution followed different rules. From the sea, we travel to the Mauritanian desert, where a giant circular formation stands out against the arid landscape. Known as the Richa structure, or the Eye of the Sahara, it is a series of concentric rings nearly 50 kilometers in diameter. Seen from space, it looks like a blue and gray iris gazing up at the sky. For a long time, its origin was a mystery. The most popular theory was that it was a meteorite impact crater. However, more detailed analysis revealed no evidence of melted rocks or deformations characteristic of a large cosmic impact. The most widely accepted scientific explanation today is that the Richa structure is a symmetrical geological dome that has been eroded over time, exposing different rock layers in circular formations. It is the result of geological uplift and erosion processes that acted over vast timescales, carving this remarkable feature into the landscape. Still, the almost perfect symmetry and colossal scale of the Risha structure in the middle of the vast, empty Sahara Desert lend it an enigmatic quality. From above, it looks like a portal or a mysterious symbol etched onto the Earth's surface by some unknown force. Its appearance from space made it a vital landmark for astronauts during the early days of space missions. We now descend to one of the hottest and most inhospitable places on Earth, the Danakil Depression in Ethiopia. This region is a cauldron of volcanic activity, acidic hot springs, and colorful mineral deposits. Daytime temperatures can exceed 50 degrees, and the landscape is dotted with active volcanoes and lava lakes. In particular, the Dalal geothermal area features vibrant green, yellow, and orange pools of water formed by deposits of salt, sulfur, and other minerals expelled by hydrothermal vents. The salt formations and mineral deposits create cones, towers, and crusts that resemble corroded structures in an extremely toxic environment. The air in the Danakil Depression is often laden with sulfuric gases, and the acidity of the water in some areas is so high that it would be lethal to most forms of life. Walking through Dalal is like being in a natural chemical laboratory, where the Earth exposes its insides in a brutal and colorful way. This extreme and chemically active landscape is reminiscent of environments we might expect to find on Venus, with its corrosive atmosphere and high temperatures, or perhaps on icy moons with cryovolcanism. It is a testament to the geological force of our planet and a place where life, if it exists, must be incredibly resilient and adapted to extreme conditions. Flying to North America, we arrive in Nevada, USA, to find something that looks straight out of a psychedelic fairy tale or a low-budget science fiction movie. The Fly Geyser is not a natural geyser in the strict sense, but rather an accidental formation created by a well drilled in the 1960s. The drilling hit a pocket of geothermal water, and the hot mineral-rich water began to rise and deposit calcium carbonate around the opening. Over decades, these deposits grew, forming multicolored cones and terraces that continue to grow as the hot water spouts. The vibrant colors, ranging from green to red, are the result of thermophilic algae and bacteria that thrive in the different water temperatures and mineral deposits. The irregular shape and intense colors make the Fly Geyser look like an organic and mutating sculpture from another planet, a structure that is both living and mineral. Currently, the Fly Geyser is on private property and not easily accessible to the public, which adds a veil of mystery and exclusivity to its already strange appearance. It is a fascinating example of how human intervention, combined with natural geological processes, can create landscapes that seem totally displaced from our reality. Our journey now takes us to China, to Zhangjiajie National Forest Park. This location is famous for its towering sandstone and quartzite pillars that rise dramatically from the ground, shrouded in mist and luxuriant vegetation. These unique geological formations look like floating islands that defy gravity. The Zhangjiajie Mountains were the inspiration for the floating Hallelujah Mountains in James Cameron's movie Avatar. And the resemblance is striking. Walking among these narrow, vertical peaks, especially when the mist envelops them, is like being in an alien world where the laws of physics seem different. The formation of these pillars is the result of millions of years of erosion. The sandstone and quartzite rock is particularly resistant to erosion, while the surrounding softer rocks were worn away by water and wind, leaving behind these spectacular towers. The dense vegetation covering their tops and slopes adds to their supernatural beauty. The scenery of Zhangjiajie is so surreal that it evokes the feeling of a planet where gravity is lower or where geology followed a dramatically different path. It is a landscape that reminds us of nature's ability to create shapes and structures that seem to belong to a realm of fantasy or a distant cosmos. We descend to Colombia, to a river known as the River of Five Colors, or Liquid Rainbow. Caño Cristales is a tributary of the Guayabero River that, during a short period between the dry and wet seasons, usually June to November, explodes in a display of vibrant colors. This natural wonder is not caused by minerals or common algae, but by an endemic aquatic plant, Macarinia clavigera. When water conditions, level and sunlight, are perfect, this plant flourishes in brilliant shades of red, pink, purple, and blue, mixing with the yellow of the sand and the green of the aquatic vegetation to create an unparalleled spectacle of colors. Swimming in the waters of Caño Cristales during this period is a magical experience, surrounded by colors that seem to belong to a coral reef on another planet, or an aquatic landscape from a dream. The clarity of the water allows you to see the colorful rocks and plants at the bottom, intensifying the feeling of being in an unreal place. After years of being inaccessible due to conflicts in the region, Caño Cristales has reopened to tourism, allowing the world to witness this temporary display of colors. It is a reminder that Earth's strangest and most wonderful beauty often resides in delicate and unique ecosystems. Finally, we delve into the depths of the Earth, in Mexico, to find the Cave of the Crystals in the Naka mine. Accidentally discovered by miners in 2000, this cave contains some of the largest natural crystals ever found, some measuring up to 11 meters long and weighing tens of tons. The selenite crystals, a form of gypsum, grew under extremely specific conditions. The cave was filled with mineral-rich water maintained at a constant temperature of around 58 degrees for thousands of years, allowing minerals to precipitate and form these giant crystals over geological eras. Exploring the Cave of the Crystals is like entering a giant treasure vault or a mineral landscape from a distant planet with exotic geology. The extreme humidity and heat make exploration dangerous and limited, but images of the translucent and massive crystals are breathtaking and challenge our understanding of what is possible in nature. The scale and purity of the Naka crystals are something we rarely see. They look like structures built by an alien intelligence using materials we don't know, or perhaps a glimpse into the underground landscapes of worlds with environmental conditions radically different from our own. It is a secret kept in the depths of the Earth. From the salt desert that reflects the sky to the island with otherworldly plants, passing through giant circular structures in the Sahara, toxic volcanic cauldrons, accidental and colorful geyser formations, mountains that seem to float, and rivers that become liquid rainbows, to caves filled with colossal crystals. Earth is full of places that defy our expectations and show us that reality can be much stranger and more fascinating than we imagine. These locations remind us that we don't need to look to the stars to find alien landscapes. We just need to explore our own planet with curious eyes. Which of these places did you find most surprising? Leave your comment below and tell us which other place on Earth seems otherworldly to you. If you liked the video, give it a like, share it with friends, and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss our next explorations of the mysteries of the universe, both within and beyond our planet. Curiosity is out there, and here too.